Welcome everyone to Speak. Speak means sharing personal experience and knowledge. And in this podcast, we'll be sharing a lot of things that will bless you and help you in your music career. And today, I have with me in the studio one of the baddest, my friend, my brother, and we've been together, we've worked together over the years, and this guy knows what he's doing. We call him Audio Boss for a reason. You will get to know. By the time he starts dishing out some things, you will know that that name is peculiar. I have with me in the house the one and only Audio Boss, new Barnabas Olorunfemi. Join me, welcome Barnabas Olorunfemi into the house, in the studio today.
Are we allowed to do that? Okay.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're
It's a
welcome.
pleasure being here.
Yeah, it's nice having you on this podcast. I've known you over the years, and I know how versatile you've been in this field. I actually want to ask, over the years as a sound engineer, what has been your experience? We start from that.
Well, if we are to say experience, I will say it's one that has been a roller coaster. It's been filled with a lot of ups and downs. You have to go through that period where you start the learning. I like I said, I usually choose my words carefully. So when I say start the learning, it means the process where you're about entering into the industry and you're about to get knowledge about the audio industry. So, or the audio or the music. Let's just put it the sound industry. So that is in itself, it's a lot of work where you have to do a lot of reading, a lot of how do I put it, internship, where some physical, some virtual. You can remember a lot of the study we did, a lot of calls, a lot of talk, discussion, a lot of looking up to different kind of people, whereby you are trying to find your way and pick your own the let me say the kind of knowledge that applies to your field of to your own field of let me say study. I will still say use the word study.
Yeah.
That okay, because there are different fields in this audio engineering thing. So your field of study, there are a lot of other people doing it differently and different approach. So you have to also figure out how or which best works for you.
Yeah.
So that's it. That will say.
From what you said now, that leads me to the next question. If I may ask that, which area is your specialization in the audio engineering field?
Currently, I will still say is the mixing, live audio engineering, mixing and producing events. That's where I specialize now. But that's the major way one I am. But I'm still a systems engineer and still an acoustician. I'm still a lot of things, a technical support for a lot of media outlets and opportunities. I'm still what again? I'm still a sales consultant, a sales engineer. So I'm still an installation engineer, whereby we'll do a lot of installations and consultants in terms of installations for different kinds of applications, not just house of worship, studios, personal podcast stations, and all those kind of things. Even in fact, radio stations.
Wow.
So it's a specialization, maybe because of the country we are in. You find yourself applying your knowledge to all these different fields.
Yeah.
Yes.
We call it Ozu, right?
Yeah. Also,
We call it Ozu.
We call it Ozu.
Yeah. You can see that Audio Boss for certain reason, he's been called audio boss because he's bunch of talent. You know, he's multi-talented when it comes to this audio aspect. He's a guy that you can't ask him question on anything that has to do with audio and he won't have an answer for you. We'll check out for this guy. All right. So now I want us to go into the main deal while we are here. I want to ask you, what will you say about our gospel concert events lately compared to 10 years ago? What will you say from the from the perspective of audio engineer? What will you say? Are we improving or is the other way around? Can you just share some light on that?
Well, there has been a lot of improvements.
Okay.
A lot of improvements, while also there has been a downward trend also. Uh-huh. Downward trends might not be in terms of the audio, but in terms of um, other factors. That would be the word I would use. But in terms of audio, it's been a steady growth. It is not that fast paced, but it is a growth that has been steady. Probably, I would say, 10 years ago, it was very, very difficult to have a live recording.
Yeah, yeah.
Because to do that, you need a lot of technical experience and gears that support it. I remember probably some years ago, we wanted to do a live recording, and we went to get this Delta 1010 cards, and we got like 4 of it, and we had like 4 laptops, 4 systems that were connected, and all those channels were now patched into those channels. So desktop 1 was recording channel 1 to 10, desktop 2 was recording 11 to... So it's a terrible experience whereby you could have just connected a USB card or a IO card into a laptop and just press record and record as much as 96
channels,
192 channels. That easy. So in terms of growth, on the technical side, it's been a steady growth. It is you can decide tomorrow that you want to have a live recording and everything is set. As long as the resources is available, everything will be set for you. So the growth has been there. We cannot deny that fact.
All right. Thank you for that. I also want to ask that looking at live recording, concerts, event, even if you are not doing a live recording, what would be your advice for artists out there that, okay, I want to have my concert next month. What did I need to do? How do I prepare? What are the things expected of me? What are the things I should, concentrate on or that should be my priority?
Well, since if it's going to be a recording or even a concert, the first and most important thing is the audio. And it is not to shit on every other part of organizing the concert, but if people come to a concert and they cannot hear very clean music that you are trying to communicate to them, it has failed to a large extent. So if you also cannot capture the recording as great as you can, or as good as you can, or as good as possible, then it is also failed to a large extent because you have to do a lot of work to meet up. Technology today enables us to be able to go to the studio to do a lot of what we call post-production.
Yeah.
But you will find out that once you have missed it in the live recording part, it becomes very difficult to make things to meet up and look like the way it was first done in the post-production stage. People will notice very easy that something wasn't that good when it was initially recorded. So that is it. So in terms of organizing concerts, audio is very important. But like I said, it has to be a comfort thing. When we were discussing initially, I told you that there's what I call comfort in technical, comfort in the fashion, and comfort in the planning, comfort in performance. If you are not, So if these comforts are not there, I use the word comforts. If they are not there, then you're already bound for failure in that concert. So the technical has to be comfortable. That means they have to have enough time to make sure that they get the sound to where you want it to be able to communicate the music the way it's supposed to be. So organizing a live recording or a concert is no small work, and therefore, one of the first things you need to do is probably reach out to a very experienced audio engineer to become a production lead for that event. And that's why you find out that
Very important.
in a lot of environments that do us sound and concerts and events, an audio engineer is usually the production lead.
Yeah.
Why? Because it is the most important fact. Every other thing has to support the
Surround.
audio.
Yeah.
If they cannot support the audio, light will not speak, camera will not speak. If people cannot hear, no matter how beautiful the light or the screens or the cameras are, then you will have to score that event a zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about comfort, can you expatiate about the comfort when you talk you mentioned the issue of comfort in everything, comfort in the fashion, comfort in the audio, comfort in the performance, can you elaborate or share more light on that?
So that starts with making sure that comfort is brought into the production planning stage. When you start planning, comfort should be number one goal. That when you say, if I say comfort in performance now, it means that the performance has to be supported to be comfortable enough for us to have a great performance. One of the trends that I noticed a lot in this part of the world is that usually the rehearsal is always better than the performance.
Yes, sir. You can
And
say that
why?
again.
It is because it was comfortable.
Portable. Yeah.
So it's none other thing. But you get into that performance, you will find out that there are a lot of factors that have been brought in to make everybody uncomfortable, to make the singer uncomfortable, to make the audio engineer uncomfortable, to make the musicians uncomfortable. The BGVs, they are uncomfortable because of what they are wearing. Too much makeup, too much high heels or heels. I mean, the singers, when they were rehearsing, everybody had just a round neck, a polo shirt on. But now they have suits.
Suit.
The place is hot. You are sweating. Their brain is not working properly to deliver the way they delivered at the
During
rehearsal.
rehearsals. Yeah.
So comfort too in terms of the technical part is that you told the audio engineer that the venue you selected, they only have 3 hours to set up, and you still wanted to use that event, to do that event that same day. And they will come into that place in the morning, work from morning till night, till that event is over. They are not comfortable. There's no way they can give their best. So they might still be able to do the event, but it is not to the best of their abilities.
Optimum.
So everything is just not comfortable. Organization is not comfortable because you went and selected a place that was too hot. Everybody is coming and fanning themselves. So all those kind of things, because you did not take those factors into consideration. So it becomes a problem. That's why I said comfort in everything. If you say the goal is comfort, you will have a great event.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's an awesome one. All right. Talking about this same concert, hosting a concert and all of that. You mentioned the issue of comfort. Now, when that aspect of comfort is being taken care of, for someone who want to have a live recording, what are the procedures? Because, thank God we've been working together for some years now. We know a lot of live recording.
Yes.
We're not live recording.
A lot of live recordings that were
So
it didn't record.
so I want us to talk about it a bit. What are the things artists really need to put into consideration before saying, okay, I want to do, before even fixing a date?
So the number one thing,
I think that also
Yes.
will determine the
Yes.
choice of venue.
Yes.
So can we talk about it?
Let's take it from this angle. It is a recording. Recording of what? Is of songs. What songs? So one of the things you want to consider first is the songs. Are these songs even, like I said, comfortable for you that wants to sing the song? Because one of the things you will find out that we have gone to events to do live recording, whereby the person that organized the live recording
Recording.
did not even know the song.
Did not remember the lyrics.
Because of the kind of problem the person he or she has placed on themselves, of which you will find out that the problem was not technical. The problem was the fashion part, the clothes they were going to wear, the makeup, and everything. All these ones stressed them out so much that they got to the live recording
And forgot their
forgot
lines.
the lines, or did not even, of which a lot of them actually did not even know the songs enough to a place where they can perform it or record it. You will have people who wants to say they want to do a live recording. When did they start the rehearsals? 2 weeks before the recording.
Whoa.
And they did 3 rehearsals. 2 of those rehearsals, the musicians did not come. It was just vocals.
Ooh.
One of the rehearsal, it was keyboard and drums. Bassists did not come. A lot of the
That's
rehearsals, even the lead singer that was singing the song did not come, could not make the rehearsal. So the BGVs and the musicians rehearsed.
Yes. On behalf of the
All
lead
sort of
singer.
different all sort of different problems that you will find. And they will now say they are still planning a concert or planning a recording, of which it is a lot. We see it in the gospel scene a lot. I've also worked in the secular sector a lot. This kind of indiscipline you do not find.
Yeah.
They have their own issues, but not this kind of indiscipline. The way they move there, it's so much different from the way they move over in this gospel, or let's say the word is kingdom. We call it kingdom.
Yes, sir.
Yes. In this kingdom, this gospel kingdom, the movements of people towards preparing for a concert or a recording is just not it. So you asked that, what should be the plan? Number one, like I said, comfort in terms of the songs too. Do you know the songs well? Have you known verse? Is it well arranged?
Have you sang the song to the level whereby the song is ministering to you? Because what you don't have, you can't give.
Exactly. So if you don't know the songs well enough to the point of performing or recording it, you have to take back time to go and learn it well, get it well arranged, get the musicians that are going to play it, make sure that it's something that if you wake them up at any time, they can perform it without any issues.
Yes, sir.
So number two will now be, you have to consult a sound engineer to select the best venue for you. And the reason I said this sound engineer is because he will be able to factor in a lot of things. In terms of
acoustic.
Yes, the acoustic part. In terms of the technical support the place has to be able to accommodate your technical requirements. So if it doesn't have those things, and even because you will find out that a lot of the audio engineers too will also be thinking lights, they will also be thinking camera, they will also be thinking the stage, they will also be thinking how the arrangement of the venue will be to support that recording. A lot of times people don't do this. They will go and select the venue just because the venue has screen, but they don't have sound. So they will say,
the
venue has line array, and you find out, you get to the place that the line array is not line array, is under array. So so all these kind of things are things that people do not take into factor. These are the major issues. Consult first and ask questions. This can be several months before you get to that period.
Several months.
Several months.
I think you need to emphasize that.
They will not, an audio engineer or a production lead for that event that you are planning will not mind to take that time to plan, because it makes that, at the end of it, that planning makes that event comfortable.
Yeah.
In all aspects. I'm using the word comfort a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah.
if it's not comfortable, everybody.
I think you